Honey, are you coming home late today too? Should I make dinner for you or are you going to eat out today again?
I'll eat out. I'm coming home late today, too. I have a lot of work to do. It hurts my head.
Is it because of the vendor? Did they decide not to work with you this time?
Unfortunately, yes. Last time when I worked with them, we had some disagreements together. Because of our differing expectations and conflicting priorities, we decided not to work together this time. I have to find a new vendor, but it is difficult to do. My business doesn't have the financial funds. The search for a new vendor becomes even more daunting as we explore options within our financial means.
Budget always seems to be the problem.
Do you have any idea where I can get immediate financial assistance?
We spent a lot of money taking out a mortgage. I don't know where we can get financial assistance for your business.
I don't think the house mortgage is the reason why you don't have money. You have been wasting your money, haven't you?
Why would you say that? I try to save up money all the time.
Because I'm a businessman, I have a lot to spend money on. But your case is different since you work as an employee at your company. On certain days, my income tends to be higher, while on other days it tends to be lower. You get paid just like I do. Where have you been wasting all that money on? Did you even try to save up?
Honey, did you even check our financial ledger? I have been tracking where we spend our money on. If you had taken a look, you wouldn't be saying this to me.
I'm so busy with the business. Do you think I had the time to take a look at the financial ledger?
I thought so. It seems like you're accusing me of wasting money without even checking the details. Can you please take a closer look before making any conclusions?
What? If it's not you, then where is all that money going?
Every month, we have the mortgage, our essential living expenses, grocery bills, and our children's tuition fees. And guess who has been footing the bill for all of it? That's right. It's been me. Each month, I've been single-handedly covering these expenses using the entirety of my salary. If you have any doubts regarding the accuracy of the financial records, I suggest you take a look at the financial ledger. The ledger contains all the details of the transactions that have taken place and can provide you with a clear picture of the financial status. Some months, my salary doesn't cover everything and I have to dip into our savings. We're slowly headed towards going into debt.
Don't blame the bills. There must be something that you've done wrong.
What? It's not like I wanted to be in debt either. Also, why don't you also pay for our bills? You should also help.
Once my business becomes successful, I'll pay for the bills too. For now, I don't have any spare money to pay for bills. It hasn't been long since I started my business, so for now, there's not much I can contribute.
It has been years since you started your business. You have to admit, your business is never going to become successful unless you do something about it.
Do you know how difficult it is to run a business? You only have experience working as an employee, so you must have no idea.
It was you who decided to start the business, so stop complaining. Your business has been unsuccessful for years now. I think you should stop now. Did you even listen to anything my mom said? She has been running a large business for almost her whole life. She knows much more about running a business. She has experience and understanding of finance, marketing, and management. You should listen to her advice, but you never do. Your business doesn't have the potential for success. You need to give up on it and work at a company instead.
What does your mom know about anything? Also, times have changed. It must have been so easy to run a business back in her days, but now it's much more challenging. Back in her days, anyone could start a business, even if they had no brains for it. Now it's much more difficult. There are so many smart business owners who I need to compete against.
What are you trying to say? Are you implying that my mom is dumb?
No, I never said that. Don't twist my words. Anyway, so you have nothing in your savings account?
No. Remember? You took all my money from my savings account to invest it into your business last time.
I really need money urgently. Can you ask your mom to help me financially?
Honey!
Why are you shouting at me all of a sudden?
You have no shame. Whenever I don't have enough money to pay monthly bills, do you know who helps us pay for it? My mom does. On top of that, she has been helping your business financially over these many years. You're asking for too much now. She can't help you all the time.
She should help me because she's my mother-in-law now. Doesn't she care about her son?
Then ask for help from your own mom. You never ask her to help. You only ask for money from my mom.
My mom doesn't have any money. I'm asking your mom because she has the ability to help me.
No, stop it. I feel sorry for her. She has been doing so much for us. Stop this nonsense.
What? Nonsense? Why is this nonsense?
Let's drop this conversation. Our kids miss you. So if you're coming home late today as well, give me a call, okay?
Okay. I'll make sure to call you if I am running late.
Hello. How have you been doing, Mom? It's been a while since we last talked, and I was just thinking about you.
I'm feeling fine and dandy. How are you doing today? You must have called me because something happened.
You're making it sound like I only call you when I need help.
Oh, sorry. I was just worried about my one and only daughter.
That's so sweet of you to say. I wanted to reach out about your well-being. It's been a while since we last spoke, and I was hoping to catch up and hear how you've been doing. How has your health been? Are you feeling well?
Thank you for checking in. I appreciate your concern. I'm feeling healthy and doing well. In fact, I might even be healthier than you. I have been exercising by climbing the stairs in my company building every day.
Mom, your main office is on the 9th floor. I think you should go easy on yourself.
If it had been on the 19th floor, I might have struggled a bit. But 9 flights of stairs are a breeze for me. Easy peasy.
Given your age, it might be best to avoid exercises that are overly strenuous or difficult. Your safety and well-being should always be the top priority when it comes to engaging in physical activity.
I may not be as young as I once was, but I still have no problem climbing stairs. It's a light exercise that I can handle easily. However, my main concern right now is my work at the company. I need to make sure that everything is running smoothly and that I'm meeting all of my deadlines. When the once easy activities like climbing stairs start to feel physically demanding, that indicates the moment has arrived for me to take a step back from work and consider retiring.
Hey, you're making me worried.
I'm just trying to emphasize that for now, I'm very strong and healthy. You don't need to worry about me at all.
How are your knees? Climbing up and down the stairs can pose significant strain on your joints and muscles, particularly your knees.
My doctor said climbing up the stairs is fine. I just need to avoid climbing down the stairs as it can put a strain on my knees. When I need to go up, I prefer taking the stairs as it's a great way to exercise and keep my body active. On the other hand, when I have to go down, I usually opt for the elevator.
Okay, I think that should be fine then. But still, be cautious and don't push yourself to the limit because it can put strain on your knees and even potentially lead to discomfort or injury.
Don't worry about me. I'm telling you, I'm probably stronger and healthier than you, who is raising 2 children.
Okay, I get you. I'm glad to hear that you are healthy. It's always wonderful to know that you are taking care of yourself and feeling well.
Anyway, how are you? Give me an update on your life. Is your husband also doing well?
Mom, to be honest...
I knew it. You called because your husband stirred up some trouble again, didn't he?
A little bit. The vendor his company was working with previously decided not to work with him any longer. He needs to find a new vendor quickly, but he is struggling to find one.
What? How can they suddenly decide to stop working with him? Perhaps there were issues with communication, delivery, or quality of work that eroded the vendor's trust in your husband's company.
I'm not sure of the reason why. He doesn't tell me much in detail about what happened.
I told you several times before, but I think he lacks the necessary skills to effectively run his own business. It's crucial for him to recognize his skill gaps and either acquire the necessary skills or delegate tasks to capable individuals.
I know, but he thinks that money will solve all his problems. So I had an argument with him recently. He was asking me if I could find money for him to invest into his business.
Oh no. He's already invested so much into his business. It's not going to be any different this time.
Mom, I feel ashamed to ask, but can you help him one last time?
I helped him multiple times in the past. This time, I'm not going to help him. He needs to learn how to solve his own problems.
Mom, I understand your point of view, but he is in desperate need of help.
I always helped him out because he's your husband. If he wasn't, I wouldn't even have cared about his business. But this time, I'm not going to help him. He needs to wake up. I'm stern about my decision. Don't try to convince me.
Actually, I'm glad that you said that. I was just asking on behalf of my husband, but I don't want him to rely on you all the time either.
What? Really? I thought you would want me to help him.
He needs to be more realistic about his situation. I'm going to tell him what you told me. He needs to be independent and stop relying on you for help.
Yes, please tell him. Tell him that I made up my mind firmly this time and he won't be able to convince me otherwise.
Okay. Anyway, I'll hang up now. Don't exercise too much. Make sure your knees are okay and take the elevator if you need to.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. Honey, why did you call me so many times? Did something happen? What's wrong?
Babe, something terrible happened.
Why? What's wrong? Why are you crying?
I'm at the hospital right now, and I am worried sick.
What? Hospital? Why? Did you hurt yourself? Are you feeling unwell? What happened?
I'm okay. I came here because of my mom.
Why? What happened to her? Is this an emergency situation?
Yes. My mom suddenly got into an accident. I immediately rushed to the hospital as soon as I got the call. I don't know what is going on. My mind is racing with worry.
Where did she get injured? Is it a severe injury?
I have no idea either. I haven't even seen her face. The nurse told me that she is getting surgery right now. I feel a knot tightening in my stomach. I think this is quite a severe injury. The lack of information only adds to my unease. I'm really scared. I hope she's all right. My mom is my only family. My dad passed away when I was a child, so I don't even remember his face. I hope that she can pull through the surgery. What should I do? If she dies, I will be all alone in this world without her.
Don't worry, my dear. I have faith that everything will be all right with her. In the meantime, you have your children and me by your side. You are not alone in this world, and we will support you through this challenging time. Honey, breathe in and breathe out slowly. Try to calm yourself down. I'll take our children to my parents' house, and I'll rush to the hospital right after.
Okay. Please make your way to me as quickly as possible. I'm really scared. I need you by my side right now.
Okay, I won't take long. I'll be there very soon. Everything will be okay, so don't worry. She has always been healthy, so she can pull through the surgery. I believe in her, and you should too.
Okay, you're right. The nurse is calling me, so I'll hang up now. Call me again when you arrive at the hospital. Hello, Karen. Why did you call me?
I heard the news about your mother through my son. I wanted to give you some time to process things. Are you feeling better now?
Thank you for your concern, Karen. Your concern means a lot to me, and it helps to know that there are people who care during these difficult times.
Oh, your voice sounds so weak.
I haven't slept for the past few days because of my overwhelming fear and worry.
I understand that you may be concerned about your mother's health. From what I gather, it seems that your mother is still unconscious. If there are any updates or changes, please do not hesitate to let me know.
She is still staying in the intensive care unit. The doctor is not hopeful for her recovery. The reality of potentially losing her hits me hard.
Oh no. What happened? How did she get injured?
My mom has been using the stairs to get to her office because she wanted to add some more physical activity to her daily routine. But a few days ago, she slipped and fell from the stairs. She tumbled down from the 9th floor and hit her head hard on the floor.
Oh my. What a pity. I'm so sorry to hear that. I am sorry to hear that you are going through a tough time. It sounds like you are facing a challenging situation, and I am here to support you in any way I can.
Because she hit her head, she lost consciousness. If one of her employees found her late, she could have been facing even worse health consequences. The fact that her employee found her in time is nothing short of a blessing.
Yes, she was lucky to be spotted quickly. I also saw on TV that climbing the stairs is a good exercise for middle-aged adults. I have been starting to climb stairs too. I should be more cautious when I climb the stairs so I don't end up like her. She should have been more careful. She bears responsibility for her injury.
Karen, what did you say? You sound a bit more concerned about your own health than my mother's.
No, of course not. I'm just talking to myself. Anyway, how is my son?
He should be okay. Why are you asking about your son, though? You don't seem to be very worried about my mother's health.
I'm asking because he's my son. Of course I'll be curious about how he's doing. Has he been eating well lately? If you're always in the hospital, who cooks for him? You shouldn't spend too much of your time in the hospital. You need to take care of your husband, too. You should go home every day and prepare meals for him.
Karen, even I haven't been able to eat well. I find myself in a state of disarray, consumed by worry and anxiety over my mother's condition. In this moment of crisis, my sole focus is on my mom, and everything else fades into the background. I have been feeling very unwell lately and have barely been able to even drink water. It's been a real struggle just to get through the day. Now you're expecting me to cook for him? I'm not sure if I can manage it, given my current condition. You're only thinking about your son.
I'm just saying. I don't understand why you're so upset by my words. Are you upset because I asked you to cook? It's not that difficult of a task. I don't ask much from you. Oh, I think I chose the wrong daughter-in-law.
Karen!
Oh, you scared me. Why are you raising your voice?
You're being too much.
Look, I do understand that it's more difficult for you to commute back and forth from the hospital. But shouldn't you at least feel sorry for your husband? While you're sitting around in the hospital, my son is cooking and doing the housework all by himself.
Why should I feel sorry? He is independent. He should be able to cook and clean by himself.
And even your kids! You just sent them to me to take care of. That is very irresponsible.
I understand your concern, but right now my priority is my mom's well-being. Also, you agreed to taking care of my children. If you have changed your mind, I'll ask my husband to do it. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't feel sorry for my husband or for you for leaving my children for you to take care of. But this hospital has become my second home, and every ounce of my being is dedicated to supporting her through this ordeal.
Did you even listen to what I just said? Do you actually feel sorry for us?
Could you please talk more kindly to me? I'm going through a hard time. I would appreciate it if you could use kinder words instead of harsh ones. Think about my mother's health and what I am going through. Try to be more considerate if you can.
Are you calling me selfish? Do you think of me as a heartless person?
I'm not saying that, but even when I told you about my mom's accident, it appeared to me that you were more concerned about your own health. You said, I should be more cautious so I don't end up like her. Oh, never mind. I think we shouldn't talk about this further. Please could you look after my children? Please let them know that I'll be visiting them soon so that they don't worry. I'll hang up now. I'll see you next time. Bye, Karen.
How is your mom? Is she getting better?
We have to keep an eye out for her for longer. But the doctor said she might get better soon.
How about you? Are you all right? You don't seem to be eating well or sleeping enough hours. I'm worried about you too.
Because I'm always spending my time in the hospital, I can't help but feel a bit nervous that something might happen. I know I need to remain vigilant and not let my guard down.
Honey, how about your work? Did you let them know that you will be quitting your job because of your mother?
Yes, I let them know and they were very understanding about it. But why do you ask?
Because you can get severance pay for it. I was thinking, you could request your company to send you your severance pay as quickly as possible and I can use that money to invest into my business.
What? Did you come all the way to the hospital to tell me that?
Yes, I finally found a solution. Aren't you happy for me? I had my head wrapped around this for days. I was urgently in need of money, but I didn't have anything saved up. And even your mom didn't help me out this time. Well, now she can since she had an accident and is now unconscious.
What? How can you say that when my mother is lying injured right behind us in that room? You came all the way to the hospital to tell me that? That my mom can't help you financially because she's injured and lost consciousness?
Hey, I didn't mean it like that. Please don't misunderstand me.
No, I think you did mean it in that way. You're so nasty. All you care about is your business. My mother's health is not of interest to you.
You're calling me nasty? I'm doing this all for you. The reason why I care so much about my business is because I care about you. I want my business to succeed so we can live a stable life together. Don't you understand?
I'm sick of you always blabbering about your business. Your business has not been successful, despite multiple attempts.
My business has never been unsuccessful.
I understand that hearing negative feedback can be tough, but it's true. Even my mom has some concerns about your ability to run a business effectively. All you care about is yourself and your business. You must have gotten it from your mom because she is exactly the same. When I told her about my mom's accident, she said that she should be careful herself too. Don't empathy and emotional support normally come first?
What? What's wrong with what my mom said? It's not a big deal. Why are you getting so angry over it? She just blurted out whatever was on her mind without any filter. But I don't see the problem with it.
What? She was very insensitive and lacking in empathy. She even scolded me because I wasn't cooking meals for you. You probably don't see the problem in this either, do you?
She was just saying that because she was worried about me. I am her only son, so her worries can come off as a bit excessive sometimes.
Joseph, you are a full-grown man now. She doesn't need to worry about you. You can cook your own meals. Why does she want me to do that for you?
Honey, please quiet down. We are in the hospital.
You should quiet down as well. How can you come all the way here just to talk about money for your business? And is my severance pay? You're so thoughtless. My mom is lying unconscious in the room behind us, but that's out of your interest. You just came here to talk about money.
I came to see you too. And your mom. I couldn't sleep last night because I was extremely worried about your mother. I kept thinking about her health and couldn't shake off the feeling of anxiety. I hope she's doing well.
Were you really worried sick? My mom has been hospitalized for 10 days now, but you never once visited us until today.
Well, that was because I knew you were by her side to take care of her. To be honest, it doesn't make a difference whether I visit or not. It is not like your mom will suddenly gain consciousness if I visit her.
Joseph, while visiting may not directly impact my mom's condition, your presence can still provide comfort and support to both her and me during this challenging time.
Okay, I'm sorry. I should stop. Anyway, does your mom have healthcare insurance?
Yeah, she does. Why do you ask?
Although she has healthcare insurance, coverage may vary depending on factors such as deductibles, co-payments, and the specifics of her insurance plan. It's important to review her insurance policy to know what is covered and any potential out-of-pocket expenses. Just to let you know, I don't have the money to cover any of her potential out-of-pocket expenses. So you should be paying for that yourself.
Don't worry about it. I will pay for it myself. I won't borrow a penny from you. So now stop spitting out nonsense and leave me alone.
Okay, I'll go now. Don't forget to ask your company to send you the severance pay as soon as they can, okay?
Just go away now. I don't want to see your face anymore.
What? Honey, that's very mean.
Did you just come back from the hospital? What did your mother-in-law say? Will she help you out again?
She still hasn't gained consciousness. I asked my wife for help, but she declined and said her mom wouldn't assist me this time.
What? Then what should you do? Don't you need money urgently?
I really do. I don't have any money at the moment. Mom, can you help me out?
I don't have any money either. I only have this house and that's it.
Can you put collateral for your house and use your home as security for a loan? I really need money.
I don't trust you.
If you fail to repay the loan, the lender has the right to seize my house to recover the amount owed. I can't let that happen. Trust me this time. I have a good feeling that my business will skyrocket once I find the right vendor. This is an urgent matter. Just help me. You said that last time, too. You wasted a huge amount of my money. Just ask your mother-in-law instead. I won't be helping you out. I don't think my mother-in-law will be helping me this time either. Why? Because she is still unconscious. If I could talk to her in person, I would try to convince her. But I guess I am unlucky. She has no consciousness. I will have to wait until she gains consciousness. Do you think she will soon? What did the doctor say? Will she be able to recover soon? I don't think so. The doctors were not optimistic about her chances of recovering. But why do you ask? I have an idea. Although I feel sorry to say this. Your mother-in-law might not recover. In the unfortunate event that she passes away, she will pass down her assets to your wife. Wouldn't she? Because your wife is the only family member she is left with. Obviously, I don't want her to pass away, but if it happens, I believe it's important to be prepared. She doesn't even have to be dead. I heard that if an individual is unconscious for more than a certain amount of time, they will be legally considered as dead. Yeah, you're right. My wife is her only daughter, and her husband passed away a long time ago. My wife will inherit all her assets. Exactly. Since her relationship with her daughter is good, she won't be passing it on to any other individual. Once your wife inherits her money, investing it into your business would be a wise decision that could yield great returns. But do you think my wife will agree to this and allow me to use her mom's money like that? You will have to convince her. Tell her that you are very confident in your business this time. If you work hard and your business becomes successful, you will have the opportunity to repay the debt you owe your wife. I am confident that she will be understanding and supportive of your efforts to establish your business. Okay, I'll think about how to convince her. Hi, Sally. It's been a while since we last saw each other. How have you been?
I am Sally, indeed, but who are you?
I'm your aunt. It's been quite a while since we last met, so I completely understand if you don't recognize me immediately. I've changed quite a bit since then, so my appearance might be quite different from what you remember. But I'm still the same person you knew before, and I've been looking forward to seeing you again. I saw you a lot when you were a teenager. I think the last time I saw you was at your wedding. Does that ring any bells?
I absolutely remember you. It's great to see you again, Auntie. I'm sorry that I didn't recognize you right away. I'm just curious, what brings you to the hospital today? Is everything all right?
I work at this hospital. How about you? May I ask why you are here? Is there someone you know who is feeling unwell and needs medical attention?
Oh, yes. I remember you told me that you work as a doctor. I didn't know you worked at this hospital. Lately, I've been preoccupied with so many things that I completely forgot about it.
I'm sorry to see you crying so much. It seems like something really heartbreaking has happened to you. Can you tell me what's going on? I'm here to listen and support you in any way that I can. Who is it that has been hospitalized? Is it your husband? Your children?
No, it's my mom.
What? My sister?
Yes.
Why? What happened to her? Did she get injured? Or is it a disease?
She had an accident. She fell from the stairs, hit her head, and lost consciousness. She still hasn't gained back consciousness yet.
Oh no. As a doctor, I'll try to assist her in any way I can. It would have been helpful if you had told me earlier about her condition so that I could have provided you with the appropriate assistance. Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I'm sorry, Auntie. I had so much going on in my mind that it has been overwhelming me. I should have told you earlier.
No, I understand how you feel.
I'm really grateful that I ran into you today. I was feeling quite down, but your presence and conversation made me feel much better. I was feeling extremely scared and helpless earlier. I felt as if I was stranded and isolated, with no one to turn to for help or support. It was a daunting experience.
I know. I understand. But you are not alone. I will help you and your mom in any way I can. I wanted to be honest with you and let you know that I haven't been in touch with your mom for the past few months. The reason for that is that my work at the hospital has been incredibly busy lately. As you know, working in healthcare requires a lot of time and dedication. And unfortunately, that has meant less time for personal matters. I had assumed that everything was going well for her because she hadn't contacted me. I should have contacted her frequently. I feel sorry that I didn't.
No, please don't feel bad about it. I'm grateful that you recognized me instantly.
I want you to know that I have always cherished and loved you like my own family. I even changed your diapers when you were a baby. Anyway, I'll check on your mom's condition and provide you with any updates on her condition as soon as possible. Don't worry too much for the time being. I'll talk to you again later.
Okay. Thank you so much, Auntie.
Why did you come to the hospital again? What do you mean, again? You sound like you don't want me here.
Because last time you came, you kept talking nonsense.
Have you had a chance to eat lunch yet? If you haven't, I was wondering if you would like to join me for lunch. We could grab a bite together at a nearby cafe or restaurant.
I have been feeling stressed and anxious. My mom is in a serious medical condition. I haven't been able to eat anything today yet.
Oh, is she still in a serious condition?
Yes. But why do you sound like you're happy about it? You almost seem excited.
What are you talking about? Of course not. How can I be?
You sound like you're enjoying the fact that my mom hasn't recovered yet.
Hey, stop trying to pick a fight with me.
Whatever. How are the kids? It would be great to hear a little more about their well-being and any updates you might have about their recent activities.
My mother is doing an exceptional job of taking care of them. You don't need to worry about a thing.
Okay. Well, it's great that they have a safe place to stay. I think it's time to bring them back home and take care of them yourself. After all, they can't stay at your mother's place forever, right?
Okay, I'll do that. Anyway, how is your mom? Tell me in more detail.
The doctor is keeping an eye out on the progress of her recovery. While her vitals are not in a critical state anymore, it is still too soon to be entirely at ease. The doctor is continuing to monitor her condition closely to ensure that there are no sudden changes or unexpected developments that may require immediate attention. Because she hit her head hard, she had a concussion. On top of that, she now has brain edema, where she has accumulation of fluid in the brain tissues. The increased fluid puts pressure on the brain, and that is why she hasn't been able to gain consciousness yet.
Brain edema? It must be very severe. Severe or rapidly progressing brain edema can be life-threatening for her. But, honey, how do you suddenly know so well about her health condition? The doctor didn't explain it in this depth before.
Well, I bumped into my aunt yesterday. She works in this hospital, and when I told her the news that my mom is currently under treatment, she told me she will try to help her out as much as she could. I had completely forgotten the fact that she works at a hospital, so I didn't get to ask her earlier. I'm so glad that I bumped into her and she recognized me right away. Even though she works at a different department in this hospital, she insisted on re-examining her condition by conducting another medical checkup. She's doing a lot for my mom. She is a wonderful person who always makes me feel assured, especially when it comes to knowing how my mother is doing. With her help, I can get more detailed information about my mother's well-being, which gives me great peace of mind.
I'm glad to hear that. Does your aunt think that your mom will be able to gain consciousness anytime soon?
She's unsure about whether or not my mom will gain consciousness soon. If my mom is healthy enough, she will be able to, but as you might know, my mom is quite old and her body might not be able to cope with the stress of the situation.
Oh, okay. Honey, remember the severance pay I mentioned last time? Did you ask your company for it?
I specifically told you to stop discussing the topic of money with me. It makes me uncomfortable to talk about finances while I am at the hospital. I would appreciate it if we could focus on other subjects for the time being.
Okay, fine. But what about your mom's insurance fee? Have you paid for it yet?
Did you not hear what I just said? Stop talking about money! After today, I don't want to hear about it again. Do you think my mom didn't apply for insurance? Of course she applied for insurance! What is it that you are truly worried about? I told you that I'll take care of everything and pay for my mom's medical fees and insurance fees. You don't need to worry about it.
Why are you acting so aggressively? I was just asking out of curiosity.
Don't worry about it. I've got it covered. You just focus on taking care of our children and making sure they are safe and happy. I'll handle everything else that needs to be taken care of.
I'm sorry. I'm unable to find the time to take care of our children. My schedule is quite tight and I have lots of tasks to complete as well. These days, I have been worried about our children as well. The thought of a potential accident occurring to us, similar to the one that happened to your mother, has been lingering on my mind. What if something unexpected happens to us and we are unable to be here for our children?
What?
It's a scary thought that I can't seem to shake off. I believe it would be a wise decision for us to start planning and drafting our will in advance. This will ensure that our assets and belongings are distributed according to our wishes after we pass away. Don't you think?
Come on, be honest. You're directing the conversation to this topic because you want to ask about my mom's will, don't you?
Yes, I am curious, to be honest. Does she have a will prepared and written down?
You are so curious about everything, aren't you?
I'm just asking. You don't need to be rude about it.
My mother has a will, which outlines her wishes regarding the distribution of her assets after her passing. I didn't want to tell you because I can see your intentions clearly. If I don't tell you, I'm aware that you'll persistently pester me until I eventually reveal it to you. Therefore, I'll just go ahead and share it with you now to avoid any further annoyance or discomfort. She has a will saying that all her assets will be passed down to me after her passing. Does that answer your question now?
She has her own business, which is quite successful, but I think she will close it down after she passes away. Considering that her house is located in New York, it is reasonable to assume that the property would fetch a relatively high price on the real estate market. Can you provide me with an approximate estimate of the amount of inheritance that you are expecting to receive from her?
Huh? Why are you trying to calculate that?
Why not?
Are you trying to see how much you can receive from her if she passes away?
Well, yes. I want to calculate how much I will receive to invest into my business.
Are you anticipating her death? Even if she does pass away, all her assets will be passed down to me. What makes you think you will receive a portion of her assets?
Because we are a married couple. We should be sharing the money between us. Your money is also my money.
What?
I am currently in the process of exploring opportunities to expand my business and take it to the next level. I want you to help me financially. As a small business owner, I have been facing limitations in terms of growth and expansion. Unfortunately, my previous vendor recently decided to stop working with me, citing this very reason. In order to take my business to the next level, I need to explore new opportunities and strategies. I am looking for ways to overcome these limitations, and I'm open to new partnerships that can help me achieve my goals. Previously, I faced limitations in expanding my business due to a lack of financial resources. However, with this new opportunity that has presented itself, I will be able to take my business to the next level.
Opportunity? Is my mother's death a door to an opportunity for you?
Don't think of it like that. I am just trying to put an effort into my business so I can be a good husband to you and a good father to our children. If my business becomes successful, it will benefit not only me, but also my family. It will provide us with financial stability. Don't you understand that I am doing this for us? If your mother passes away, your only family members will be me and our children. So think about your whole family. Think about us. Don't only think about your mother.
You must be out of your mind to say that. I have been stressed out because your mother kept calling me to ask about my mom's recovery. I don't even think of her as my family, but she acts like one. I knew that she wasn't asking because she was worried about me or my mom. She was asking because she has the same disgusting thoughts as you.
What? You don't think of my mom as your family?
That's not the point of what I am trying to say. Don't try to change the subject. Truth be told, if I hadn't taken the decision to marry you, your mother and I would have remained complete strangers. We would have never had the chance to cross paths or get to know each other. Honestly, I wish I hadn't met her.
How can you say that about your mother-in-law?
I want to say the same. How can you only think about your mother-in-law's money?
What? But I am just trying to work things out here.
Stop trying to justify yourself and get lost. I feel exhausted from spending most of my time in the hospital taking care of my mother. It has been emotionally and physically draining, and I am finding it hard to cope with everything that's going on. I don't want you on my nerves.
What? Honey! I heard you arguing with someone outside just now. Who was it?
Did you hear all of it, Auntie? Oh, I feel embarrassed.
I didn't hear it clearly, but I could hear the disappointment in your voice, so I was worried about you. Who was that?
It was my husband.
Oh, he must have come because he was worried about his mother-in-law. But why did you two argue?
I'm feeling really ashamed to admit this, but I'm actually married to a man who behaves in a way that I find really difficult to deal with. My husband has been interested in scaling up his business, and he approached me for some financial assistance to support his expansion plans. But I don't have any money either, so I told him that. Now he wants to use my mom's insurance money and assets for his business. I can't believe him.
What? How can he use her insurance money and assets for his own business? And how can he ask for it in front of the hospital room where your mom is lying injured?
Exactly. It made me so angry and upset too. Why did I marry a guy like him?
Sadly, I know it is upsetting for you, but calm down first. I wasn't planning to tell you this now, but after hearing what you said, I think you should know about it now.
What is it? Did something happen to my mom?
No, don't worry. Nothing bad happened to your mom. I was going to tell you this once I was more certain about it, but I think I should let you know now.
Yes, please tell me. What is it, Auntie?
Your mom gained consciousness for a short moment a while ago.
Really? Is that true?
Yes. It was for a very short moment, though. I scanned her head through the CT machine, and the edema fluid in the brain was reduced by a significant amount. Because your mom is not very young anymore, and because she hit her head, which is a vulnerable part of the body, I thought her chances of recovering would be low. I couldn't help but feel extremely anxious and concerned about her well-being. To my surprise, it appears that her recovery is happening at a slower pace than anticipated. However, I am relieved to see that there is progress being made, albeit at a gradual rate.
So, will she be able to wake up soon?
Yes, I think so. She has gotten past the most difficult hurdle. The reason why I didn't want to tell you this today is because there is still a chance of her not recovering. And also, even if she does recover, she will be left with side effects from her injury. I will make sure to monitor her health status closely and administer necessary medical treatments whenever required. I will make sure to provide you with regular and timely updates on the matter at hand, so that you are always informed and aware of any developments or changes.
Thank you so much, Auntie.
You don't need to thank me. This is all because my sister is healthy. My sister has been exercising regularly before the accident, so her body is healthy and fighting strongly. I think although she is unconscious, she has the strong urge to recover quickly. Not just that, you have been staying by her side and taking care of her. Her recovery is all thanks to you.
Thank you for your kind words.
Anyway, your mom should be fine from now. She will wake up soon. Don't worry too much about it. It's just a matter of time.
Thank you so much.
You came to the hospital again? You come here almost every day. You don't need to come. Do you really have to say it in that way? You're making me upset. Anyway, how is your mother doing?
See? Your intentions are not good. My mom is feeling all right. Oh, no, I mean, she's still in a bad health condition. She is the same as always.
Same as always? What do you mean?
She is the same as yesterday. There's still no sign of recovery yet.
So she's still in critical condition?
Yes.
It seems like it might be a good idea for you to begin mentally and emotionally preparing yourself for the possibility of her passing. While it's never easy to confront the idea of losing someone you love, I think it is time. It would be a good idea to gather information about the inheritance that you will receive. You may want to find out the exact amount that you will inherit, as well as any potential taxes or fees that you may need to pay.
What?
Don't get angry again at me. This time, I'm really confident.
Confident about what?
I am feeling very confident about the success of my business. I have put in a lot of effort and hard work to ensure that all aspects of the business are well planned and executed. I believe I have everything in place to make this venture a success. Even your mom will be proud of me when she looks down at me and my business from heaven.
What? She'll be proud of you from heaven? How can you already...
Anyway, I will be able to expand my business thanks to your mom. I'll also look into the potential taxes you might have to pay. I'll leave now.
Are you really going to leave now?
Yes. Why?
You are so heartless.
Why? What did I do?
There's a lot that you did. You should reflect back on your thoughts and actions. There are too many that I don't know where to start. But I want to tell you one thing. You come to the hospital almost every day. I know that you come to the hospital with bad intentions, but if you made the effort to come all the way here, shouldn't you at least go into the room and visit my mom? She's in need of support, and your presence could make a difference in her recovery. It's a small gesture that could mean a lot to her, especially during this challenging time. You visited the hospital numerous times, but you never once went into her room to see her face.
It is not going to make any difference whether I see her or not. She's lying unconscious, so how is my presence going to make any difference? She won't even know that I am in the room.
If you really cared for her and were concerned for her health, you would have gone in. Your visit provides comfort and support not only to her, but also to me. But you never went in to see her face. You are only interested in gaining some kind of financial benefit from her. You must be out of your mind.
I told you many times that I am very busy. I am focusing on expanding my business. I don't have the time to visit her.
Then don't expand your business. Not at this time. Right now, what is most important is the recovery of my mother. You should focus on her instead.
You sound very irrational. Why are you telling me to do this or to do that with my business? I want to expand it.
What?
You don't know anything about running a business. I have to take action quickly. Given the circumstances, I must act promptly and can't afford to wait for too long. You think running a business is easy, don't you? In reality, only great entrepreneurs like me can run a business smoothly.
You are so cocky. You better watch what you are saying. My mom can hear you from inside her room.
Did I say anything wrong? No. Also, you have been in the hospital for too long. You need to start working again. Also, you abandoned your children for too long. You need to go back home instead of lying around the hospital all day. Everything has changed because of your mom. It's important to address your other responsibilities and obligations, including your work and family.
Everything changed because of my mom? Are you complaining about my mom?
That was a mistake. I didn't mean to say that. But I'm not wrong. We need to keep living our own lives. She shouldn't disturb my business like this.
We need to continue to live our own lives.
Yes. Don't you miss your precious lifestyle and routine? Aren't you tired of spending every day in the hospital?
Don't pretend to care about me. You just want to selfishly live your own life.
What? Stop twisting my words. You always try to make me sound like the bad guy.
Whatever. I now know what a nasty human being you are. I didn't want to see your darkest side, but unfortunately, I have been exposed to it. I am now aware of your unpleasant nature, and it has left me disheartened. But thankfully, I will be able to make my decision without any hesitation now.
Make what decision?
You will find out soon. I'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
You come to the hospital every day now in the hope of seeing my mom pass away soon, don't you? Aren't you going to come tomorrow as well?
I don't hope to. Anyway, okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
I had a strong feeling that you would arrive exactly on time, and I'm glad to see that my intuition was correct.
You say that as if you were waiting for me.
I did wait for you. I have something very important to tell you today.
Really? What is it?
I will tell you in a moment. But first, I want to ask you how your plans to expand your business are going so far. May I know if you have already taken any steps towards implementing your plan? It would be great to hear about the progress you have made so far.
I've been working on an expansion plan for my business, and I believe it's finally come together. I've analyzed the market trends, evaluated the competition, and identified potential growth opportunities. I just need financial funding to put it into action. Which reminds me to ask you, how is your mom? She is still unconscious, right?
The way you're expressing yourself doesn't seem to suggest that you're experiencing any kind of worry or concern for my mom. In fact, you sound excited.
No, I don't mean it like that. Of course I am worried about her.
You can see for yourself how my mom is doing.
What do you mean?
Go inside her room and take a look at her.
Okay, sure.
Mom! I will help you sit up if you want to.
Yes, please help me. I have been spending long hours lying on the bed, and as a result, my back has started to ache and feel uncomfortable. According to the doctor's suggestion, it would be better for my health if I remained seated in an upright position, if and when possible.
Mom, I am grateful that you have regained consciousness. It brings me immense relief to see you awake and aware. I was worried sick because I thought you would not wake up.
Wait, what is going on? Joseph, why are you so shocked? No, I am not shocked. I mean, I am shocked, a little bit. I didn't know that you woke up because Sally didn't tell me. I asked her specifically not to tell you. Why so? I don't understand. You didn't want me to know that you gained consciousness again? I preferred to take a day off and rest alone after waking up as I was concerned about the possible side effects I might experience. Joseph, I am a bit confused. You seem to have an unpleasantly shocked expression on your face. I can't help but wonder if my being awake is causing you some discomfort or inconvenience. No, Julia. That is a misunderstanding. Why would I be disappointed by you being awake? I'm very glad that you gained consciousness again. It's good to see you so healthy. Your well-being is of utmost importance to me, and I am here to offer my support in any way possible. Why are you glad? Didn't you want me dead to receive money for your business? You look disappointed because I'm not dead. What? Julia, why would you think such a thing? Of course I would not want you dead. Don't try to act innocent. I heard your conversation with my daughter yesterday. I heard all of it. I know you are not being truthful or genuine. You completely broke her heart as well as mine. The pain and hurt that you caused are indescribable. I remember you said something along the lines of, "Even your mom would be proud of me in heaven." Did you really think that I would be proud of you? I'm ashamed to have you as my son-in-law. Julia, I didn't mean to say that. It was a mistake. Joseph, throughout the years, I have always been providing financial assistance to your business. The assistance I provided you with was done so primarily for the benefit of my daughter. I must admit that I didn't have much confidence in your abilities as a businessman, hence my decision to lend a helping hand. Nonetheless, I hope that my support was of some use to you. Although I don't like you as much, you are still my daughter's husband, so I wanted to help you out. After my demise, you will be the sole person who will support and stand by my daughter in all her future endeavors. On top of that, she was the one who chose to marry you, so I wanted to treat you with respect. Julia, I'm grateful for you always. You have to hear me out. I didn't mean... I helped your business numerous times and showed respect towards you. However, instead of being met with reciprocal respect, I was treated with disrespect by you. It was disappointing to hear all the things you said yesterday outside this room. I think my daughter chose the wrong guy to marry. I don't think you are the right match for her. You asked for my help on various occasions, and I willingly assisted you every time to the best of my abilities. However, I noticed that you never showed any gratitude or appreciation for my efforts. It made me feel undervalued and unappreciated. Julia, I never undervalued your help. What I said to Sally yesterday were not my true thoughts. I said those things because I was desperate for money. But I would never do such a thing in real life. Are you sure you wouldn't do it in real life? Then why did you hire a lawyer to contest my will and pursue legal avenues to try to inherit more money from me? How did you know about that? I can't believe you were trying to receive my money. You prepared a lot with your lawyer for it. You even researched from when brain-dead people are legally confirmed as dead. I was surprised by how much effort you put in. How did you find out about all of this? I just looked into it to prepare for the worst-case scenario. I never anticipated for it to happen. How could I? Prepare for the worst-case scenario. I know that that is all a lie. You can stop pretending to be innocent, because we all know it's a lie. I'm so sorry. I did something unforgivable. Exactly. You should apologize for your wrongdoing. Since you apologized, I won't make a big deal and let you go on this. I'm very sorry. But Julia, I really need your help again. Without your financial assistance, my business will be doomed. Is that so? I've been putting a lot of effort into coming up with a new idea for my business, and I'm excited to say that I finally settled on one that I think has a lot of potential. I am feeling extremely optimistic about the prospects of my business this time around. I have put in a lot of effort to ensure that everything is in place for success, from the product development to the marketing strategy. Please, I need your help one last time. I will think about it until I have fully recovered and am in a healthy enough state to be discharged from the hospital. You can't keep me waiting for too long. What? I'm facing a critical financial situation with my business. If I don't receive the necessary funds very soon, I won't be able to sustain the operation and will have to close down. I knew it. You are so irresponsible. You already started expanding your business, didn't you? You were so confident that you would receive my assets from me. Are you out of your mind? How can you start something that you cannot afford? I told you so many times before, but I will say it again. You have no talent in running a business. This work is not for you. You have come too far.
Mom, don't get too angry and raise your voice. You need to be careful since your body is still recovering.
I know I made a huge mistake, but please help me this one last time.
Joseph, stop it now. My mom needs to rest, so come outside with me and we can talk between ourselves.
No. Oh, wait. Julia! I need the money by tomorrow. Please help me out.
Stop it and follow me outside.
Julia!
Hi, Karen. What brings you here?
My son is in big trouble. His business is currently facing a financial burden as they have incurred debt. However, my son doesn't have sufficient funds to repay the outstanding amount.
Yes, I know about it. I expected it.
It's not too late to help him now. Could you please try to persuade your mother to provide some assistance to Joseph's business? Maybe you can also suggest some ways in which she could help, such as investing in the business or introducing Joseph to potential customers.
Huh? Why should I do that for him? Why should I take responsibility for cleaning up the mess that he created in the first place? It's not fair that I have to do the work on his behalf, especially when he was the one who caused the problem.
Because he is your husband. He is your children's father. Have some empathy.
He's not my husband anymore. I am getting a divorce. I am sick of his behavior.
What? You two are getting a divorce?
Didn't Joseph tell you? We are getting a divorce.
What? You two are going to get a divorce? Why so suddenly? You stayed strong over the years.
Divorces commonly happen unexpectedly. My decision to pursue a divorce was not taken lightly, and it was not an easy one to make. Over time, I had come to realize that my partner's financial decisions and actions were causing us to struggle financially.
Oh my. I wonder why my beloved daughter Sally is acting like this all of a sudden.
You never addressed me in that way before. You're just trying to be nice to me to convince me to change my decision. I can see your intentions, but it sounds very awkward to my ears. I'm not even your daughter anymore.
Sally, I understand that you are angry. I really do understand. But you should still live together with Joseph. In any marriage, it's inevitable that both partners will face tough times. Whether it's financial struggles, health issues, or personal conflicts, these challenges can take a toll on the relationship. However, it's important for couples to remember that they are a team and to face these obstacles together. By supporting each other through thick and thin, marriages can become stronger and more resilient. With patience, understanding, and a commitment to each other, couples can weather any storm that comes their way. The decision to proceed with a divorce should never be taken lightly, as it can have significant and long-lasting consequences for all parties involved.
I did not decide this with a light heart. I very much put a lot of thought into this decision.
What? No! You are making this decision out of anger. You will regret this later, trust me.
I am 100% sure that I want a divorce, and I don't think I will regret it at all. Did you know that your son wanted my mom dead so he could take her money and invest it into his business? But when he saw that she recovered, he looked so disappointed. Do you think I will be able to live the rest of my life with a heartless man like that? That was because, well, so you knew about it too. Joseph needed money urgently. You can't blame him for that. It's understandable that he was desperate to find a solution. Given the circumstances, it's hard to blame him for seeking assistance in his time of need. I'm sure he didn't mean what he said. It must have been a mistake. Just be forgiving and go easy on him. No, it couldn't have been a mistake. He meant what he said. He visited the hospital every day to check on whether my mom died or not. Hey, you're making my son sound like a complete psychopath. Stop trying to make him a villain. Karen, I remember even you talked so unempathetically about my mom. When did I? Anyway, I am cutting ties with your son. I won't have anything to do with him anymore. The same goes for you. I won't be seeing you again. Oh my. Sally! If you want to know more about our divorce, I suggest you have a conversation with your own son who may provide you with a more detailed account. I made my decision of this divorce clear, and I won't be taking it back. I understand that it may be a difficult process, but I'm committed to seeing it through and moving forward with my life. Hey! Wait for a while! As a woman in her mid-late 30s, I consider myself quite ordinary. However, just like anyone else, I had the fortune of meeting someone special who I clicked with instantly. Over time, our bond grew stronger, and we fell deeply in love. We eventually tied the knot and have now been happily married for 8 years. These past 8 years have been full of ups and downs, but we have remained committed to each other, and our love has only grown deeper with each passing day. Over the course of these years, my partner and I were blessed with the arrival of 2 beautiful children. Our love for each other grew stronger with each passing day. We were truly blessed to have each other and our wonderful family. A few years ago, my husband made the bold decision to leave his stable job at a company and take the risk of starting his own business. However, as time went by, it became clear that the venture was not as successful as we had hoped. In fact, things started to go downhill, and we began to experience financial strains and other difficulties. Although my husband tried to stay optimistic, his business did not run as smoothly as he hoped. These challenges posed significant obstacles that were difficult to navigate and overcome, causing considerable frustration and disappointment. Whenever my husband's business encountered a hurdle or faced financial difficulties, my mom would generously offer her financial assistance to overcome the challenge. My mom went out of her way to help him because she knew how much it meant to me, especially since I am her only child. She sacrificed her own time and energy to make sure he received the help he needed, all because of her love and dedication to her family. I thought my husband felt sorry for my mom because of the countless times he received help from her. But he was actually not sorry at all. Despite outwardly expressing apologies, he internally held no remorse. He believed that his business was failing because he was simply unlucky. He believed that with time, his business would eventually thrive and prosper. Unfortunately, one day my mom fell from a flight of stairs and hit her head hard on the floor. She was sent to the hospital immediately. However, even after her surgery, she was unconscious for quite a period of time. Even the doctor told me to prepare myself as there was a chance of her passing away. I found myself in a constant state of emotional turmoil, my days and nights consumed by an overwhelming sense of sadness that left me in tears. Meanwhile, my husband only visited the hospital to see if my mom gained consciousness or not. At first, I thought my husband was truly worried about my mom or even me. But I soon found out that that was not the case. My husband visited the hospital every day because he wanted to know whether my mom passed away or not. This was because he wanted a portion of her assets that would be passed on to me once she passed away. On top of that, he wanted to take some of my mom's insurance money as well. He wanted to use that money to invest in his business. He was planning to expand his business, and before even receiving the money, he put his plan into action. It was a moment of great relief when my mother regained consciousness after a sudden fainting spell. I couldn't believe my eyes when she opened them again after what seemed like an eternity. My husband, who didn't know that my mom woke up, was excited at the thought of expanding his business. In reality, he was on the verge of closing his business down. I still remember the shock on his face when he saw my mom at the hospital. It was not a happy surprise for him. He was anticipating for her to pass away, but she had recovered well and was very healthy. When I saw the disappointment on his face, I instantly decided to get a divorce from him. My husband still contacts me and my mom asking us for our forgiveness. But he doesn't only ask for forgiveness. He also asks for money. He still hasn't learned his lesson yet. He hasn't grasped the gravity of his mistake yet and is only concerned about his financial gain. I and my mother are extremely hurt and disappointed by his actions, and we find it hard to forgive him for what he has done. I will go through with the divorce with him. I dream of a brighter and happier future with my mom and my children. I hope you will also support my future and my happiness, not just for my present well-being, but also for my long-term happiness. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to my lengthy account. I realize it may have been quite a lot to take in, but your attentiveness and patience mean a great deal to me. It's reassuring to have someone who is willing to lend an ear and offer support when needed. Thank you again for listening to my long story. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more content.